This week's episode of Picking is brought to you by Terry's Teas and their new Teasers packs. Make sure you check this delicious brand, amazing flavor, variety of tea out at terrysteas.com right now, and make sure you check out their YouTube page. It's on my page. There's a link on there. Follow that. Big shout outs to the guys, or the guy, Terry, at Terry's Teas. On the road here this morning. If you can't tell by my voice, I'm a little bit sick. I've been sick for the last couple days. End of September, beginning of October, this is usually the time of the year that I get sick. I'm still trying to work through it. It is what it is. I'm headed to what has been my favorite flea market over the course of the last year. It is the Wednesday Dairyland Flea Market in Reedsville, PA. I hit it when I can. I work on Wednesdays at 10:30 in the morning, so when I do, I gotta get up, 6 in the morning or something, head out early. It's actually about 7:30 right now. I'm running a little bit late this morning because I am meeting my business partner, Scott, the guy that I do both of my co-ops with. We're going to be going on a little pick around the flea market together, seeing if we can find some cool stuff. So yeah, it's supposed to be raining today. It looks like it's holding off till 1, so hopefully we'll find some cool things. The sun is coming through the clouds a little bit, and we are off to Reedsville. Alright, we are coming up on the Belleville-Reedsville exit. This flea market is right off the exit. Being that it is almost the beginning of October, there's not going to be too many more weeks of this flea market left. Gonna have to start transitioning to the winter months, transitioning to auctions and indoor flea markets and whatnot. There you see we come right off the exit, and the building that you see right up there behind the bank, that is actually where this flea market is set up at on Wednesdays. Traffic coming at the moment, so let's alright, now we're good to go. We're gonna head right on over here. Hopefully there's a decent amount of vendors set up today, being that it is a not rainy yet, but sort of dreary day. It might deter people from showing up today. It looks a whole lot deader than it usually does. On typical Wednesday morning, this parking lot right here, there you see the building that says Antiques. This parking lot right here is usually packed. Usually absolutely packed on Wednesdays. There's the Dairyland building. This is also a co-op. Originally I was thinking about renting a space in here, but haven't done so yet. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's too many people set up today here at the flea market, but nonetheless, still worth looking around. We'll give it a little go, see what we can find, and I will probably check back later today and film a little follow-up to this video, show you guys what I came across on a day that looks like it could be good, looks like it could be bad. At this moment, it's up in the air. What's going on, everybody? Coming to you from downstairs right now in my living room, in my home, alongside the plenty of cats. Get down. Alongside the plenty of cats, fish, and everything else that is my life. I actually have a beer to sample here today. This is from the Magic Hat Brewing Company, which if you've seen any of my reviews before, I've mentioned Magic Hat many times. I've reviewed a few Magic Hat beers on the show, but I do not believe that I've had this one. This is Fall for Our Oktoberfest, is what it says on this beer. And the Magic Hat Brewing Company is out of Burlington, Vermont, as I've said before. This is 5.4% alcohol by volume. It's their fall beer, their Halloween beer, Hex Our-Toberfest. Very cool packaging, zombies drinking beer, sitting at a table. Just very, very cool. Don't know if you can get a really good shot of that, but hopefully you can kind of make out the label there. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and open the bottle. I haven't had a very great day today, so this is a nice little way to unwind. Try something delicious, hopefully. Let me go ahead and give it a pour, see what I notice first off. First off, I noticed for sure a lot of head. Kind of poured that a little bit fast though, so maybe it wasn't the best pour. But, nonetheless, let's continue. It's a darker beer. It's definitely got amber color, honey color, a little bit of caramel color. The one thing about this is the head, the foam on the top, it's also got a color. A lot of times you see, you know, whitish head. This is a whitish head, but it's more of a like a malty caramel color. Very, very good looking beer. The consistency looks good all around. It's sort of got a light taste to it, or a light smell to it. When I first took a little whiff there, it didn't knock me on my ass. It's definitely got the smell that it has a little bit of bite to it for sure. Pretty good beer. Honestly, pretty good smell of this beer, I mean. Let's go ahead and give it a try here. Very, very sweet. It's the first thing I noticed for sure. Sweet, tangy. It's kind of hard to read the exact components in this beer. It's definitely sweet. I don't want to say honey taste. Very tart, very tangy, nonetheless not bad, not great, not the traditional Halloween, Oktoberfest fall beer I like with the big bold pumpkin taste, the, you know, apple cider taste. Just makes you feel like you're in the cold wearing a sweatshirt, walking around as the leaves are falling and the wind is blowing. Doesn't necessarily do that, but it is good. Kind of a little bit too tart, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to have to go 7 out of 10 on this beer. It's a good fall beer, just not an amazing fall beer. Alright guys, wasn't the best day to hit my typical Wednesday flea market. Only about 6-7 vendors, if that, set up total. But I found a few good deals, few cool pieces that I'm going to be listing in eBay or taking down to one of my co-ops. Sorry for sniffling and sounding a little bit sick today, not feeling so great still, but nonetheless, let's get in to the finds. This right here marked $1.50 on it. I paid $1.50. It's triangular polish mop, Grant's triangular polish mop. Cool little tin. I'm thinking maybe $10 on it, maybe a little bit more. Probably going to start it or mark it at $10. See how it goes from there. Next up, cool old bank bag deposit with the First National Bank of Stewartstown, PA. $5,000 maximum insurance for each depositor. Cool bag. It's missing the string that goes on the top, but I thought it was a cool piece. I only paid $1 for it, maybe $5. We'll see. All right, next up, clear milk bottle. This is Penn Dairies Inc. from York and Lancaster, PA. Pretty cool bottle. Paid $2.50 for this, and also paid $2.50 for that. And this one is Fairfield Farms Dairy. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe if I get a little bit closer, you'll be able to see because it's clear. But yeah, you see it a little bit there. Fairfield Farms Dairy. 1 quart, health department permit, Bowman. Let me try to get a little bit closer on this one, see if that works out as well. Yeah, Penn Dairies. Alright, $2.50 a piece on those. I'm thinking maybe $8 a piece. or so, probably $8 a piece. Paid $2 for this. It's a knee-high bottle. A lot of the times you see the ones with the advertising on it, the writing on it. This one's clear like the milk bottles there. $2 on this. I'm thinking maybe $4 or $5. It's always good to double your money, even on a small scale like that. And these two pieces, this is very cool here. Inside you see it says Dad. Well, you don't really see it because it's kind of dark in here. Let me go over here and turn the light on real quick. Probably should have did that before I started filming, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, on the inside it says Dad's Root Beer. It's like that on both sides. In the back of here it's like that as well. And on the outside, Queen O. Enjoy Queen O sparkling beverages. The other side looks just like this. Before I share the price on that, let me show this. This right here is a Pepsi crate. I've sold many of these in the past. This one is from Batavia, New York. So maybe that's an obscure one. Didn't really look it up yet. But $5 was marked on this, which that alone is a good deal. And $15 was marked on the Queen O crate, which that's another good deal. But one of my tactics, which I'm going to share with you guys right here, I think I've shared it before, but just to reiterate, is continue to look at stuff. If you don't like the price of something, yes, you can make an offer, and sometimes that works. But the offer that the vendor has in mind may be better than the offer that you are willing to make. So, in my opinion, it's always good to wait it out, see if they happen to throw something together. I was going to say $12 on this crate because I'm thinking maybe $20, $25 on this. So I was actually going to say $12 on this, and I wasn't even going to talk that down. I was going to pay that, so I would have been paying $17. $12 on this, $5 on this, $17. He actually said, before I said anything, he said if you take both crates, $15. So there you go right there. You can say, you know, $10 on this, $5 on that, or you can say $7.50 a piece. Whichever way you want to put it, I'm going to make money on both. Excited for both. And we'll see how this little haul does in the retail outlets. Just wanted to show you guys what the tea cabinets have become. Over the last few years, I have collected quite the vast array of various teas. Everything from loose leaf teas to bag teas to matcha powder. All sorts of stuff. Many different brands. There's one cabinet. Here's the second. In addition to what I've already said, we've got infusers and cups, tea bag squeezers, samples, items I've collected from hotel rooms who oftentimes have many different kinds of tea. And last but not least, this is my newest tea cabinet right here. International teas, teas found and for sale only in Japan and other areas overseas, thanks to a good friend of mine who was generous enough to give me a huge assortment of teas when he moved overseas. So that's it. One little cabinet there, big cabinet up here, and this cabinet right here, all packed with tea, and the collection just keeps on growing. Alright guys, quick little on-the-road piece. Stopped at Wegmans, bought some Ben & Jerry's ice cream, some of the new Sweaty Balls variety. Check that out if you haven't heard about it. I'm so excited to try that. It has rum flavoring in it. Picked up some bagels, a half a dozen of bagels, delicious, or Wegmans delicious bagels. Picked up a sub for dinner. Just random stuff. It's good to get out. It's good to get out every now and then and buy some random stuff. But nonetheless, here we go. This is a in the street random idea I had. I actually just picked up a Wegmans bag here with something I thought was very cool. Not exactly warm. It's actually not warm at all. It's just kind of like a bagel or whatnot, in the fact that it's just been sitting. But it's a soft pretzel. This one is the everything variety. I'm probably about to make a hell of a mess, but this is going to be absolutely delicious. So let me go ahead and rip off a little piece of this, share my thoughts with you guys. Alright. Ripped off a nice little piece here. I'm excited for this. The smell is amazing in my car right now. Garlic and all kinds of different spices and smells. Mmm. 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 Wegmans pretzel twists. Mmm. 9 out of 10. And I can't even talk anymore because I'm going to stuff my face. Mmm. Cut it. Favorite season of the year, without a doubt, because of flavors of beer, things that are to be done, such as carve pumpkins, decorate for Halloween, etc. This is the perfectly named beer, Autumn, after Rakin Autumn Ale from the Breckenridge Brewery. Extremely excited to try this beer. This brewery is from Denver, Colorado. It's cool packaging. I've tried many Breckenridge beers before. I'm going to go ahead and give this a pour. Not the best pour, but what can you expect when you're working with one hand? Very, very cool color on this beer. It's very dark. The head is sort of tan, brown, whatever you want to call it. Looks delicious. Breckenridge beer. I'm going to go ahead and give this beer a smell here real quick. Sorry for the blotchy camera work. Once again, working with one hand. I went right into a taste just because the smell got to me in a good way. Very strong, very dark, taste of pumpkin, all kinds of spices. Is there anything written on this beer? A lot of the times it's good to see what the brewery writes. All it says is warms the soul and soothes the spirit. Does that for sure. I'm going to go ahead and try it one more time. Really good, almost exquisite. Deep, dark flavors of autumn. What I look for in a fall beer. It's my favorite time of the year for the fall beers. Without a question. Without a question. I love fall beers. This is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. I'm going to have to go 8 out of 10 on this beer. As you can see, we got the trails going up in the glass here, which always signifies it's a good beer, quality beer. And the next time you see this glass, the head is all that will be left. 8 out of 10, delicious, great effort by the Breckenridge Brewery. Didn't get much filming done yesterday, but actually went to Adamstown, Pennsylvania, the antiques capital. If you're familiar with Adamstown, you know there's all sorts of flea markets, all sorts of co-ops, all sorts of different small antique shops. Great place to go if you're in this business. And I picked up a few pieces, just wanted to share those with you guys quick. This right here, very cool 1970s vintage poster. Make love, not war. Not in the best of shape, but that's the kind of stuff that I love. Very cool. It's in a nice frame. Pretty heavy duty frame, probably weighs about 10 to 15 pounds total. I absolutely love this piece when I saw it. It was $15 is what was being asked by this particular vendor. He ended up going down to $10 and I snapped on it. Didn't find much like it on eBay. I'm thinking maybe it's a $20, $30 piece. Getting ready to list this today actually in eBay, in OUP on eBay. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see, look around the office here. A few more things I want to share with you. This was actually a pickup from yesterday. It's listed in OUP on eBay right now. Very cool. Double-sided Camel Cigarettes sign. Have had a lot of luck with double-sided signs. This one is definitely beat up. You see it's got holes in it, all sorts of rust. But to me that's character. It's an absolute awesome piece. The guy was asking, I believe, $35 originally. No, he was asking $30 originally. And he came down to $25 without me really even having to say anything. So I counter-offered with $20. Asked him if he'd take $20. He took the $20. Awesome piece. I'm thinking $30 to $40 on this, maybe a little bit more. We will see. Let me put this back in the box here. And last but not least, I got one more item to share with you guys. Where did I put it is the good question of the day here. Where did I put it? Ah. Lots of stuff in the office. I apologize. Alright. This right here. Very cool porcelain sign. Carling Black Label Beer. If you've watched any of my videos in the past, you may know that I've had some pretty good luck with Carling Black Label Beer items. I actually don't think I have any other ones in stock, so they've all sold. Some of them for some pretty significant profit. This one right here. Saw this at the flea market yesterday. Looked at it for a while. Actually walked back a few times as I was wandering around the booths and the tables. Was trying to make up my mind on it. There was $45 marked on this, and the guy eventually came down to $35. And at that point, I was thinking about it more, walked away, walked back, and counter-offered with a $30 offer. He thought about it for a second, and he took it. So I got this piece for $30. I listed it in OUP on eBay, and within about 5 minutes, I had a $45 bid, and right now we got a bunch of watchers on it, few days left. So we'll see where this goes. Already made $15 off the $30 investment, so definitely excited for this sign. Very, very cool. And that's it. That's what I got this past weekend. Those 3 pieces right there. Pretty excited to see where this piece goes. Cool poster. And I'm going through some stuff over here at the moment. These boxes and that stack of magazines is all getting ready to go down to OUP at Plaza Center. As you know, or you may not know, any good business needs to adjust to the needs of its customers. And at Plaza Center, I've found through working this past weekend there, running register, etc., in that particular co-op, you get to do that once a month. It's a good way to learn what people are buying, etc., etc. And all sorts of things are selling down there, such as books and vintage toys, not quite antique toys, all kinds of glassware, all sorts of country items. So I'm going to gear Plaza Center more towards a antique shop / thrift shop, and I'm going to keep OUP at Big Valley as a strictly antique shop. Can't talk today. An antiques shop with a touch of vintage items, collectibles, etc. So we're going to move in that path a little bit, switch it up a little bit. I'm going to be going down later this week and taking a huge load of stuff, some new tables, some new stands, etc. And this is the first of that. In the process of tagging a lot of these magazines right here, some very cool ones, Michael Jordan, etc. I think I showed you guys these before though. Anyway, so that's what's going on with Plaza Center. Got stuff in here to wrap up for shipment. Tons of Avon bottles still to go through. Tons of Avon bottles still in the house and other boxes. Lots going on. Busy, busy stuff. I thank you guys for watching this episode. And
Excuse me, I just had a salad, got a little bit choked up right there. I think there's some ranch dressing stuck in my throat still, perhaps. Anyway, what was your favorite item in this episode? What do you think is going to do the best in eBay or at one of my co-op booths? And how are you guys doing? Haven't made a video in a while, been a little bit busy recently, but business is doing well. Always trying to flip it into doing better. I think out of everything I had in this episode, this would probably have to be my favorite pick. And I will be back soon. Thanks, guys.